It all comes as we get set for a meeting tomorrow with the FDA, a very important one, where they're expected to approve the use of the new Pfizer vaccine in the U.S.
And while there is hope, health officials say this will not be an instant end to the pandemic, and everyone will still need to take precautions for a while. Fox 12's Audrey Wheel joins us live with just how soon we could get back to some resemblance of normal life and what the road ahead looks like for a local business. Audrey?
Right. Well, right now we're outside of Adorn. It's a Portland boutique with several locations. The owner recently posted on social media about just how hard it's been to be a small business owner during this pandemic. Of course, the vaccine will be a big step in getting back to usual business for them, but she knows that won't be an immediate change. In fact, there's a new national report out that says we might not turn the corner on this until late spring.
I started my business 10 years ago from the ground up. I had $20,000 left on a credit card, and I just went for it.
Nicole Whitesell shares with me the story of how her business Adorn came to be. The same story she shared on social media about starting up during the recession, how her family was finally able to buy a house, and how now the business has lost $30,000 to $40,000 each month since COVID-19.
And I know that people want to see us be here when this is over. And I just felt like sharing our story and like the reality of where we are and being transparent and vulnerable with people now rather than 6 months ago from now when it's too late, that it gives them a chance to show up for us.
Even with Oregon expected to have its first round of vaccines by this time next week, health officials caution vaccinations will be a process.
It will not be a light switch. It will happen over several months.
CNN details a report from the White House Coronavirus Task Force saying the current vaccine plan will not substantially reduce the spread, hospitalizations, or deaths from COVID-19 until the 100 million Americans with pre-existing conditions can be fully immunized, which they say will take until late spring. And Multnomah County Health Officer Dr. Jennifer Vine says it's too hard to tell at this point when things could get back to normal.
But I'm hoping that over the course of calendar year 2021, if the vaccine is as successful as it seems to be based on these initial trials, that if enough people get it, that we eventually get to a point where it becomes safe again to peel away some of the restrictions that have been such a hardship.
But that means businesses like Whitesell's have to hang on a while longer.
It's whether or not myself and all of these other small businesses have enough reserves when all of this is over to keep going forward. I think that if people continue to show up for small businesses, that we can hang on.
And Whitesell said that rent and payroll are her big expenses right now, and it's been difficult to not have any sort of government relief since those PPP loans, so she's hoping that there might be some more help in that regard sometime soon. As far as that task force report that we mentioned, it also stressed that we have to keep up the precautions and restrictions that are in place now, because that is our only tool to fight COVID-19 through this winter surge. Reporting live in Northeast Portland, Audrey Wheel, Fox 12 Oregon.